Hello, my viewers. How you all are? Hope you all are good. Yes. And how are you, my students? Yes. Today's video is for students, and today I'll be explaining you the chapter named The Ashes That Made Trees Bloom in English with few of its word meanings which are really difficult. The chapter is from Honeycomb NCERT Class 7. So, without wasting much time, let's get started. It's literally a Japanese tale. Okay? So, let's get started. In the good old days of daimyos, there lived an old couple whose only pet was a little dog. So, in the good old days of daimyos, that means a wealthy daimyos means wealthy landowners of Japan in 19th century. At that time, there lived an old couple whose only pet was a little dog. They were having a little pet dog, having no children. The couple were not having any children. They loved it as though it were a baby. So the couple was not having any children. They were not having their own child or baby, and that's why they treated their little pet dog as their own baby. The old dame means an elderly mature woman, made it a cushion of blue crepe. So this old mature woman, that means the wife of the old man, made a cushion with blue crepe. Crepe is a type of light weighted cloth. And at mealtime, Mukko. So their little pet dog's name was Mukko, Mukko. So during Mukko's mealtime, that means during the lunchtime or during the dinner time of Mukko, what they used to do? For that was its name. As I told you, Mukko was the name of their pet dog. Would sit on it as snug as any cat. And Mukko used to, during Mukko's mealtime, Mukko used to sit very cozily, comfortably. Snug means cozy, comfortable way. Sitting in a cozy, comfortable way. So during Mukko's mealtime, Mukko used to sit on that cushion, that blue cushion which the old woman made for Mukko. And Mukko used to sit in a snug way, just like a cat, very cozily, comfortably in that cushion. It would sit. The kind people fed the pet with tidbits of fishes from their own chopstick. Tidbits means a pleasure bite. Okay, so we all know that dog is a carnivorous animal, and definitely they love to have pieces of fish, meat, right? So just like that, tidbits means a piece of fish which gives pleasure to dog. Okay, so the kind people used to feed Mukko with tidbits of fishes, that means pieces of fishes, and that too also from their own chopstick. And the couple used to feed Mukko with their own chopstick. We know that Japanese have their food with the chopsticks, with the help of their chopstick. Over here also they used to feed Mukko from their own chopstick. And all the boiled rice it wanted, and at the same time this couple used to feed Mukko with their own chopsticks and from their own plate boiled rice to serve Mukko. Chopstick thus treated the dumb creature, loved its protector like being with a soul. So and the couple used to treat this dumb creature, that is Mukko, just like Mukko was their own baby. Okay, and at the same time Mukko was also very, very loyal to his protector or to his owner. and that we will find in the second half of the chapter. Well, this is the first part of this chapter. The old man, being a rice farmer, so the old man was a rice farmer, went daily with hoe or spade into the field. And the old rice farmer went daily to his rice field with what? With hoe or spade. Hoe means is also a type of tool used for harvesting, just like spade. And the old man was a very hard worker rather, and he used to work from morning till Odento Sama. Odento Sama means in Japan, Odento Sama means sun. Okay, so till the sun goes down behind the hill. So the old rice farmer was a very hard worker, and he used to work from morning till evening. Okay, till evening, till the sun goes down the hill. That means evening. Every day the dog followed him to work, and every day Mukko used to go along with his owner to the rice field. Once never harming the white heron that walked in the footstep of the old man to pick up the worms, and Mukko used to go along with his owner, okay, to the rice field, but without harming any white heron. Heron is a type of bird. Okay, in the morning also we can find herons mainly. So what the old man used to do, the old man used to pick up some worms for these herons, that the kind of bird. For the old fellow was patient. Well, the old fellow means the old man was very patient, and he was very kind to all the creatures who were having life, and often turned up a sword on purpose to give food to the birds. Sword means a matted root of grass. Okay, you can see that there in the ground beside the road you can find there are very little small grasses. So those are known as sword. So, and what this old man used to do, the old man used to be very kind to all the creatures who were having life. One day the dog came running to him. One day what happened? Now the farmer was busy in his rice field, and suddenly one day Mukko came running to his owner. What Mukko started doing? Putting his paws against his legs, like, Mukko was calling his owner like this. Okay, like this. The old man at first thought his pet, that is Mukko, was only playing and did not mind it. So at first the owner, that means the old man, thought maybe Mukko doing like this, Mukko is just trying to play with his owner. But finally he realized that no, Mukko is trying to say something. But the dog kept on whinnying and running to and fro for some minutes. But for few minutes rather, the Mukko started running here and there, trying to give some message to his owner actually. The old man then followed the dog a few yards. Then that means for a few distance, the old man went along with Mukko to a place where the animal began a lively scratching, and there what happened? The animal, that means Mukko, started scratching the ground, okay, scratching the earth or scratching the ground, thinking it was possibly a buried bone or bit of fish. So the old man, as usual, thought maybe under the ground there may be some buried bones or buried fishes are there which Mukko is trying to eat or maybe trying to play. Again, not paying much attention, still the old man stuck his hoe to the earth. So after doing Mukko's, understanding Mukko's behavior, so the old man thought, okay, let's see what's there in the ground, and that's why he started digging the ground with his hoe or spade. But the old man stuck the hoe in the earth. Earth means ground. When, oh lo, a pile of gold gleamed before him. And when this old man started digging the ground, he found something strange. He saw that there is a pile of gold gleaming, means flashing towards him. Hope you are liking it. Yes. Thus, in an hour, the old couple were made rich, and that's why what happened, definitely after getting so many golds, within few hours the old couple became rich very, very fast. But the couple were good with their soul. So you know what happened? The good souls means the couple was having a good soul. That's why author has said or compared them as good souls. The good souls bought a piece of land with that pile of gold. See, just look that this old couple did so many things. First, they bought a piece of land for them, made a feast, that means gave a party to his friends, gave plentifully to their poor neighbors, gave lot of food and gifts to their poor neighbors, and finally for the dog they petted him till they nearly smothered him with kindness. Smothered means to suffocate by cutting the breathing air. Okay, so and for Mukko, they loved Mukko, hugging tightly so much that Mukko almost started losing the air, at least to breathe in. Hope you are liking it. Yes, please let me know in the comments below. Now, in the same village, there lived a wicked old man and his wife. But you know, every good people have an enemy definitely. So at the same time, this old good couples was also having an old wicked couple as their enemy. Okay, and the old wicked couple used to live in that same village as their neighbors. Not a bit sensitive and kind, and this old wicked couple were not at all sensitive and not at all kind at all, like the old good couple, who had always kicked and scolded all dogs whenever they passed their house. And this wicked couple used to kick, they used to scold all the dogs, almost whoever used to pass near their houses. Hearing of their neighbors' good luck, after hearing neighbors' good luck, they coaxed the dog into their garden. Coaxed means flattering or pretending to love a lot. Okay, pretending or rather flattering. So they started flattering Mukko whenever the dog into the garden, and set before him some bits of fishes, and they gave some bits of fishes to Mukko and some other dainties. Dainties means also some pieces of food, okay, to Mukko. Hoping, why they gave all this to Mukko, check it out. Hoping he would find treasure for them. They thought, this old wicked couple thought that maybe Mukko will also find, will help them rather to find some treasures for them also, this wicked couple too. But the dog, being afraid of the cruel pair, but the dog knew that they were very cruel pair. That means they were very cruel to all the dogs. Okay, what Mukko was actually very, very afraid. Mukko became very afraid, and Mukko was very frightened also. Then they did not dragged him out of door, and then the couple started dragging Mukko out of their door, taking a spade and hoe with them, and they went to the garden with Mukko. No sooner had the dog got near a pine tree, as fast or as as much as possible, Mukko helped them rather. Are you understanding my explaining? Please let me know in the comments below. I'll be waiting. Then they dragged him out of the door, and then they took Mukko, him means Mukko, took Mukko out of Mukko's house. Okay, taking a spade and hoe with them, and they carried a hoe and a spade along with them. No sooner had the dog got near a pine tree, as soon as the dog Mukko went near a pine tree that was growing in the garden, he then began to paw and scratch the ground. And again Mukko started scratching the ground with his paw, just like same. Okay, same. Then he began to paw and scratch the ground, as if a mighty treasure lay behind, as if some mighty treasure means some important, very precious treasure is waiting for them beneath the ground. Immediately, the old wicked man said to his wife, "Quick, wife, hand me the spade and hoe. Quickly, wife, give me the spade and hoe," cried the greedy old fool, cried the greedy old man, as he danced with joy. And he started dancing with joy and thinking that, yay, even I also got a heap of gold just like my good neighbor. Then the covetous, covetous, covetous means greedy. Okay, greedy old fellow, that means greedy old couple with a spade and the old crone. Crone means the bad old woman. Okay, so the greedy man along with his wife started digging the ground, but there was nothing but a dead kitten. But they found what? They found, after digging the ground, they found nothing. No heap of gold was there, but a dead kitten was lying. And from that dead kitten, the smell of which made them drop their tools, and the smell was so bad, they immediately dropped their tools from the hand and shut their nose, means closed their nose with their hands like this. Okay, furious at the dog means extremely angry. They got very angry, extremely angry on the dog Mukko. The old man started kicking and beating him almost to death. But the old woman, that means the wife, finished the work by chopping the head off from his body, that means Mukko, with a sharp hoe. So the old man started, this old wicked man started kicking and beating Mukko very, very badly with furious and extreme anger. But the old wicked woman got so angry on Mukko that she chopped off Mukko's head. Can you imagine? Isn't it so bad? Yes. Next, what happened? They then flung him into the hole. Flung means threw harshly. Threw Mukko's body into the hole, okay, that they just now dig, thinking that maybe they will get a pile of gold, and heaped the earth over his carcass, and heaped and started putting mud, or started putting earth, okay, heaped the earth over his carcass. Over Mukko's carcass means body, dead body. Over Mukko's dead body. The owner of the dog heard of the death of his pet, and there was a mental connection. Definitely physical connection was there, Mukko with his owner, but at the same time they were also having a mental connection, because they used to treat Mukko as their own baby. So immediately the owner of the dog heard the death of Mukko, that is his pet, and started mourning for him. Mourning means feeling sorrow. He started feeling very bad for Mukko's death, okay, and as if he had been his own child. As I told you, they treated Mukko just like their own child. Went at night, immediately that night only, he went under that means the owner went under the pine tree. He set up some bamboo tubes on the ground. He set up some bamboo tubes, as you can see in the picture also of your book, from your book. So he placed some bamboo tubes on the ground, such as are used before tomb, just as a tomb is made. Also, the owner placed some fresh flowers in his tomb, and also he laid a cup of water and a tray full of food, okay, and he again started this mourning on Mukko's death. He mourned a great while, and the old man mourned for Mukko for a long time, while over his pet, calling him many dear names. And by calling Mukko with his many dear names, oh dear, please come back, why you left us, we say like this, right? This, just like that only, the owner of Mukko started doing the same on death of Mukko, as if he were alive. And as I told you, just he was doing, thinking that Mukko is still live and Mukko will come running, hearing his call. That night the spirit of dog appeared to him in the dream, and that night only the spirit of dog appeared in the owner's dream, and the spirit said, cut down the pine tree over my grave. There's a pine tree, so cut down the pine tree which is there over my grave, and make from it a mortar, and from that pine tree, from the wood of that pine tree, make a mortar for your own rice pastry, and a mile for your bean sauce, and for your bean sauce also make this one. So the old man chopped down the tree. So immediately the old man chopped down the pine tree and cut out of the middle of the trunk a section about 2 feet long, and from the middle of the trunk he separated almost 2 feet long wood, or rather trunk, with great labor. Why with great labor? Because the old, as I told you, this old couple They were very, very old. Okay, so definitely they need lot of labor to cut the pine tree. So with his great labor, partly by fire, partly by the chisel. So partly by fire, partly by chisel, he scraped. Scraped. Okay, scraped means no. Scraped means digging out. Okay, scraped out a whole space as big as a small bowl. He then made a long handled hammer of wood, of that same pine wood, okay, such as it used for pounding rice. Pounding means crushing or grinding, okay. And during that time there were no mixie, so they used to crush or grind rice with this mortar. When New Year's time drew near, so during New Year's time, the owner wished to make some rice pastry, as the spirit of dog also said. When the rice was all boiled, Granny put it into the mortar. When the rice was fully boiled, Granny put all the boiled rice into the mortar that was made from the pine tree, as told by the spirit of the dog. The old man lifted his hammer to pound. Remember, crushing or grinding the mass into dough. To convert the mass into dough, the blow fell heavy and fast till the pastry was all ready for baking. Suddenly, the whole mass turned into a heap of gold coins. When the old woman took the hand mill and filled it with beans, began to grind, again the gold dropped like rains. How you all are enjoying? Let me know in the comment below. Meanwhile, the envious neighbor, envious means jealous, jealous, okay? Envious neighbor peeped. Peeped means looking like, oh my god, what they are doing? Let me see. Okay, this. Peeping. Okay, they started peeping in the window and they saw when the boiled rice were being ground. Godi me means, oh my god, cried the old hag. H-A-G, hag. Hag means bad old man. Cried the bad old man, as she saw each dripping of sauce turning into yellow gold, until in a few minutes the tub under the mill was full of shining mass of gold. So the old couple were rich again. The next day, the stingy, S-T-I-G-Y, stingy means miserably, misery, okay, misery and wicked neighbor came and borrowed the mortar and the magic mill from the good old couple. They means the wicked old couple. The wicked old couple filled those with one boiled rice and the other with bean, just like the same the old good couple did. Then the old man began to pound and the old woman started grinding the beans. But at the first blow, this is the blow, okay? Whew. This is the blow. So, but at the first blow and turn, the pastry and the sauce turned into a foul mass of worms. Still more angry at this, they chopped off the meal. They started chopping the meal into pieces and they used it as firewood. Here ends the part 1 of this chapter. Hope you all enjoyed. Please once again watch the video. Try to understand over here and give me likes, comment below, share among your friends to help each other, and